It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
And good morning and welcome to Monday's Travel and Cruise Industry News podcast on this, the 29th day of July, 2024, brought to you by Scoot Around and Chilliescruises. We got a bunch of news stories this morning, folks. The top story today, guests left on dock sobbing. We're also going to talk about Chef Morimoto to join the Majestic Japan cruise. Carnival Embarkation Day treat. An update from the Disney Treasure. Metabolism envy. 2 Carnival cruise crew members arrested for child porn. Holland America announces 3 solar eclipse voyages in 2026. And the residential ship finally floating. Wow, it's a start in the right direction. That and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today, folks, is National Lasagna Day. I'm okay with that. I do like my lasagna, although we just had spaghetti on Friday. It wasn't really spaghetti. It was probably rigatoni, but the same area. So I don't know if I can talk them into lasagna today. We'll probably have leftovers from Friday, but that's okay too. It's good. Anyway, go have some lasagna today, folks. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net. Or wherever you get your podcasts from, all the big guys, just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. Oh, goodness gracious. Good morning, Kenneth, and thank you very much for the super chat. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Steve's here today. Hot Air Tom's here. Mike's with us. Gary, older than dirt. Glad you guys are here nice and early today, guys. All right. Let's see, do I have any announcements to make? Come to think about it, I don't believe I do. If you haven't already done so, please smash the thumbs up button. That helps the channel out a lot. And take this as my invitation to subscribe. If you have not already done so, I would appreciate it. It doesn't cost anything, and that really helps the channel out. So, all right, this was it's a little bit of a depressing weekend for me, but a big weekend for Eli, Elizabeth on location. As you know, she packed up and left Cozumel. She was on Playa del Carmen, actually. So she did get 8 months worth of clothes and the 3 cases. I thought that was pretty good. She got on a plane in Cancun and flew directly to Madrid. Said the airport in Madrid was awful, and she said one of these days she'll share with me her feelings about Madrid airport. I've been through Madrid airport twice, and it was a disaster both times. So neither one of us are fond of Madrid airport. But she did get into the hotel, and they gave her a welcome drink. The hotel bar was, wow, sure isn't busy. It's not a soul in sight. Elizabeth loves Barcelona. She went to her favorite Indian restaurant. She had several of these. Amaral spritzers or something is what she drinks mostly. I don't know if that's what that is or not. I can't keep up with those foo-foo drinks. But then she had some of her Indian food. You know, Elizabeth is vegan, and I give her a hard time about it all the time. But I mean, she truly is. I mean, she eats exactly about a vegan diet. So she loves Indian food. She likes things spicy. Then after dinner, she had a nice stroll back to the hotel in Barcelona. She loves Barcelona. Barcelona is my favorite city in the world. I've always loved Barcelona. I've been to Barcelona maybe a dozen times in my life. I go back. I go back in the days when you went to Barcelona and places in Spain to go to the bullfights, and thought nothing of it. I wouldn't be caught dead at a bullfight anymore. That was awful. But then, since she'd been going for about 30 hours, she said, well, I'll have one more glass of wine back at the hotel. Again, the bar doesn't look overly crowded, and go to bed, which she did. So then yesterday, she got up and got on Scarlet Lady, her first day on Scarlet Lady, and she had to work last night, which I thought was really good. I talked to her this morning. Okay, she sent me a bunch of stuff, and then she had time to chat. So she was actually sitting at a bar on the Scarlet Lady. She's done working for the day, I think. For today, I can't remember the schedule. Her working hours are far superior. And by the way, folks, she absolutely loves Virgin Voyages so far for a lot of reasons. She's going around checking on accessibility stuff for me. The food's been wonderful so far. She loves the, she's going to be selling jewelry. So she's going to be in the jewelry store. She said it's really nice. The people are wonderful that are there. So she's very pleased, very happy for just starting off. Of course, it probably didn't help anything that she got onto her big sale on her first day there. So, but this is the bar bill, and the bar menu. And I looked over it. Unfortunately, they don't have my Elijah Craig, but they have Buffalo Trace, so I'd be perfectly happy with that. They had a do-it-yourself salad bar, so she made herself a nice salad. And then she and her friend split up pizza. I said, what the hell is that on the pizza? Of course, that's a vegan pizza. It actually has arugula and tomatoes. So, and yes, if I was with Elizabeth, I would probably eat some of that too. Let's see what else we got. And then she said, this is where she's had set up her laptop in a bar area. She's as a guest. She's not in crew quarters. She's in a regular stateroom. She goes to regular dining facilities. She can go to regular bars. She likes that. So she was having an Amaral Spritzer or something like that. I heard her order one while we were on the phone. A couple of the bars on the Scarlet Lady. This is the water bar, where you save water bar. So what you do, you go there and you drink champagne and save water. It's not a bad thought, come to think about it. Another one of the bars. That's pretty cool. And I think that might be the showroom. I don't recall from previous pictures. That does not look like a bar itself. It might be, I'm not sure. But anyway, lovely picture. So we'll be hearing a lot more from Elizabeth. She will be able, which she hasn't been able to do on recent ships, is when they're in port, she gets to get off the ship. So she doesn't have to stay on the ship and work. Her only long days are sea days, and they open at 10 and stay open till maybe 11. Of course, she gets breaks during the day. That's her only long day. On regular days, it's 3-4 hours, and that's it. So she likes this a lot. But anyway, this is a very encouraging report from Elizabeth this morning. So always good to talk to Elizabeth. I'm hoping that we'll able to keep some kind of communications going, because we've been talking maybe every 3 or 4 nights. We'll chat for, I don't know, sometimes an hour, depending on how much either one of us are gabby. And it's just become a very close friendship. I love her to death. Speaking of loving to death, amigo John, boy, he got some bad news yesterday. They got crushed in a storm yesterday morning. Couple of huge trees taken out. No damage to the house. Ace, the cat, was outside when it hit, so he was a little upset when he came back in the house. Thank goodness he got back in the house. What was dangerous was the wheat field. They plant 3 crops. The wheat field was flattened, and you don't know if, number one, wind and sunshine will bring it back up, or if they try to harvest it laying down. But if it stays down, it's going to mold and rot and be bad. So they're going to have to do something with it quick. So hopefully it'll bounce back up. But if it doesn't, that's 2,100 acres that they got to harvest somehow. So anyway, that was a bad scene for amigo John. I'll let you know when I hear back on that. Of course, I'll be checking with him on a pretty regular basis too. So always do. All right, guys. I'll be back with today's news after a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors.
A simple mistake cost the Conway family their dream cruise vacation. Anne Conway, a 75-year-old grandmother and part-time nurse, was excited to board Cunard's Queen Mary II for a 2-week sailing with her granddaughter, a 15-year-old named Layla. The vacation was meant to repeat a voyage the grandmother took with her daughter, Bethany, 15 years prior to celebrate Anne's 60th birthday. The cruise felt like a full circle moment of sorts. But when the excited duo arrived at Southampton on July 21st, they quickly realized there had been a terrible mistake. Anne was operating under the incorrect assumption that her granddaughter didn't need an ESTA to sail. I knew I needed an ESTA, but I thought that children under 16 didn't need one if they're traveling with an adult, she told a reporter. For context, an ESTA is a visa through the United States Visa Waiver Program, which allows citizens of other countries to visit the U.S. for a period of up to 90 days. As residents of the UK, specifically Gourock, Inverclyde, and Scotland, both women needed an ESTA to sail to the one and only port of call on the itinerary, New York City. Because of a simple mistake, the Conways were denied boarding. While the family did attempt to apply for Layla's ESTA at the port as a last-ditch effort to save their trip, the approval did not come back in time. Grandma and granddaughter left sobbing. Guests cruising on Holland America Line's Majestic Japan Legendary Voyage are in for exclusive experience with fresh fish ambassador chef Masahiro Morimoto when he joins Westerdam to visit his hometown of Hiroshima, Japan. Chef Morimoto will be on board a portion of the 53-day cruise from September 24th to the 30th of 2024, offering a special experience a culinary demonstration, and a coffee chat where you'll get to know the chef in a more intimate environment. I have more time on three Morimoto by Sea pop-up dinners in Pinnacle Grill, where guests will have up-close access to the chef.
Don't let your mobility challenges affect your upcoming Hawaii cruise. Honolulu is a city steeped in history and natural beauty. Whether you're relaxing on the beach at Waikiki or exploring the city's Royal Pass, a scooter or wheelchair rental can help you stay comfortable and mobile. All Honolulu mobility rentals are 10% off until September 30th, 2024. Call Scootaround toll-free 888-441-7575 or reserve online. Use code Honolulu10 or SRN 11137 for the best rates.
Carnival Cruise Line has announced that one of the most popular Embarkation Day treats, the colorful Funfetti cheesecake, will now be available fleet-wide when every cruise sets sail. The decadent treat has been a staple on many ships, but has been missing from Carnival's newest and largest ship, the XL class. Carnival Cruise Line's Senior Fleet Culinary Operations Manager, Roshan Sousa, reported the treat will now be available on all Lido Embarkation Day lunches, even the XL class.
A teenage boy has captured the hearts of TikTok users with a video documenting his impressive eating exploits during a family cruise aboard a Royal Caribbean ship. The video, highlighting the sheer volume of food he consumed, has amassed more than 4.7 million views. The teenager, Braden Pate, was tagged in a video posted by his sister, Kylie Pate, on TikTok. It appears that from the moment he boarded the ship, Braden made it his mission to take advantage of nearly all-you-can-eat offerings on the cruise. And she filmed every bite. On day one, he had 3 slices of French toast, 2 donuts, 8 slices of bacon, hash browns topped with ketchup, 2 sausage links, and 3 more slices of French toast, 1 more donut, and a chocolate croissant with 2 glasses of apple juice, 6 slices of pizza, 3 visits to the soft-serve ice cream machine, 2 steak dinners with lava cake with ice cream and a lemon tart, and then finished off the day with 4 slices of pizza. The video was all in good fun, with the sister sharing the unbelievable metabolism of a teenage boy who definitely got his money's worth on the cruise. Thousands of people commented positively, with some saying he looked like he loved each and every bite, that they had metabolism envy, and that it's cheaper to take your teenage boys on a cruise than grocery shopping. Royal Caribbean thinks it was wonderful and thinks it's most likely was filmed on the Mariner of the Seas, which was never stated, which travels from Galveston Homeport to Costa Maya and Cozumel on 4- and 5-night cruises. Wow. Peter Pan and Captain Hook have taken their place on the stern of the new Disney Treasure, bringing the ship one step closer to launching. Homeland Security arrested 2 crew members on cruise ships operated by Carnival when they were in New Orleans 2 weeks ago. According to a newspaper in New Orleans, Homeland Security arrested Abdul Rufuf Shaikh of India and Reza Heta Pratema of Indonesia for possession and transportation of child pornography after they disembarked 2 different Carnival Cruise Line ships, the Carnival Liberty and the Carnival Valor. This happened on July the 14th. This makes a total of 15 crew arrests in the past 6 months for child porn. Holland America has announced 3 itineraries for the 2026 total solar eclipse, ensuring passengers can witness this celestial event despite its invisibility from the U.S. The Zuiderdam will embark on a 35-day voyage of the Vikings solar eclipse from Boston, Massachusetts on July the 18th, 2026. The new Statendam will offer a 28-day Scandinavia solar eclipse with Greenland and Scotland, departing on July 25th from either Dover, England, or Rotterdam in the Netherlands. The Oosterdam will set sail on a 13-day Mediterranean solar eclipse from Lisbon, Portugal to Piraeus, Greece on August the 9th. Odyssey from V&V Residences has officially been floated and released from dry dock following extensive delays from her original launch date in May. The cruise line released a video showing the momentous occasion as the ship's hull met water and she pulled out of the dock at Harland and Wolff shipyard, ready for her next step in welcoming guests. While it is certainly an encouraging step that Odyssey is now floating and out of dry dock, that doesn't mean the ship is necessarily ready for guests. Additional outfitting may need to be completed, and the rudders will likely need to be thoroughly tested and inspected before the ship is certified seaworthy. Now that the ship is closer to embarkation, the cruise line will undoubtedly contact residents and book guests with further information. Clearly,
why not join me on the MSC Grandiosa cruise from Port Canaveral, Florida on February the 14th, 2026. It's 8 days and 7 nights with stops in Nassau, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, and Puerto Plata. The nice thing about this cruise, it'll be my first chance to be on the Grandiosa, that's one thing, but it's also has excellent pricing. Prices start at $588 per person, including taxes and port charges. Solo prices start at $738, or if you're solo, the package with drinks and Wi-Fi is only $1,052, including taxes and port charges. Dynamite prices on the MSC Grandiosa sailing February 14th, 2026 from Port Canaveral. Call me 434-258-9264, and we'll see you on the Grandiosa.
a regular And that ends the news portion of today's show. I would like to comment about V&V. You know, this has been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. There were people that traveled from halfway around the world to get on that ship in May that have been hanging out just waiting. And then they've had issue after issue after issue. The latest one was the rudders had to be replaced. Well, that's all been done now, but they still got to test them. It's like they got to go through sea trials yet. So we could be another week, but at least we're heading in the right direction for these poor folks. I know two people that are going to be on it. That's why I've been following them as closely as I have. But I mean, it's clearly a good news that they're heading in that direction now. All right, let's go see who's in the chat room giving me a hard time today. Again, Kenneth, thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate that immensely. Steve, Hot Air, Mike, Gary, all with us. Hot Air says, yum lasagna. Yeah, it's lasagna day. Emily says, good morning, Chillie and gang. We have a 12:30 appointment for Fiona. This time I hope they do take out the staples and take off her cone. Yep. Oh, Hot Air just said that Bonnie's princess passed away under her bed last night. I'll have to send Bonnie a message. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Princess has been with her a long time, but when she's had issues for some time. But Bonnie will definitely be in my thoughts for sure. Thank you, Hot Air Tom, for that. Gretchen's with us. Good morning, Gretchen. 8 months, one would need loads of clothing. Well, she's working, so she has laundry facilities and stuff, and lots of luck to Lizzie, and hope she has fun too. Oh yeah. Well, like I say, today that's the most excited. And what's this about the eighth or ninth ship, plus the one ship that she and I were on together. But I've been, involved with her for, I say involved. We've been really close friends now for 8 or 9 ships, and this is the most excited I've heard her. So I was just tickled with that. So that's awesome. Hope it stays that way the whole time she's on there. There's Cindy. Good morning, Cindy. Emily says, keep you guys posted after Fiona's appointment. Yes. Hope she gets the cone of uncertainty off. I hate those cones. I mean, I understand why they have to put them on dogs. The dogs don't lick stitches and staples and the like. But yeah, I hate them. Bonnie's going to take that one hard. Yeah, you can be sure. Gretchen says, I know I would. Oh, I'm awful. When I lose a pet, I'm much worse losing a pet than I am losing a family member. I hate to say that, but I am. Enjoy the Olympics if you guys are watching. I've watched a little, not near as much as I have before. Just I can't get into it this year for some reason. And I don't know why. It's not. I don't have anything against it. And clearly, I'm going to Paris, in less than 6 months. August, September, October, November, December, January. 6 months. Just can't get excited about it. I watched a little, so yeah. It's an Olympics. Bob's with us. Good morning, Bob. Cindy says, so happy for Eli. Yep. The Olympics make good background noise. Well, I understand that too. Any plans for Scarlet Lady while she's there? No, that's not going to work out. I'm booked really solid from now until next May. I mean, I have some holes in there, but I'm doing 2 trips to Europe next year in the first 4 months of the year. So doing another trip to Europe now, that's not in the cards. Even if I had the space, I can't afford it. So. But yeah, one of these days I'll get back on a ship that she's on. She's going to Silversea next, I think. So that's getting up there where I can't afford it there. Wow, look you there. There's Tinkerbell. Hi, Tinkerbell. I sure did enjoy having you on the show Friday. That was excellent. Tinkerbell says, hope all goes well with Fiona. I agree. I didn't realize until this morning's news that the CEO of the Residence Cruise was from Life at Sea. Seems he has a timeline planning issues. Yeah, that seems to be a problem. Gretchen says she was on Sky Princess. She was on the Sky Princess when we were in December of 21. Who, Bonnie? I thought Elizabeth was excited when on the Oceania ship. Well, yeah, she was, but then there were some issues with how they treat their staff. Let's just put it that way. The ship was fine. The food was fine. There's no doubt about that. Bonnie may not respond to messages. In her post, she said she was turning off Facebook and didn't want to hear from anyone. Okay. Oh, Elizabeth was on Sky Princess. I got you. I got you. All right. That's going to wrap me up for today, guys. Good to get a Monday show out of the way. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. If you have not subscribed, really appreciate you doing that. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I go live or a new video is up. And please feel free to join in the chat room anytime you're on the show. The guys will make you more than welcome. And I try to touch base with everybody that's in the chat room, at least. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great day, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.